I'd like to welcome you, beautiful souls, to Love Notes, your Friday night exhale inside the Passion Zone. I'm Allie Theiss, and tonight we're stepping into a moment that quietly changes everything in love. It's the moment you stop chasing, not because you've given up, not because you've grown cold, but because something in you finally relaxes. Chasing keeps us alert. It keeps us proving. Chasing keeps us leaning forward, waiting, watching, hoping. But when you stop chasing, you don't disappear. Oh no, you settle on in. You get comfy. And that's when love can finally find you. Tonight's episode is all about that internal shift from effort to ease, from anxiety to confidence, from longing to magnetism. Now, I'd like to read you a poem. This is from The Type by Sarah Kay. You will fall in love with someone who will help you feel the sun. Where you once felt the rain, you will fall in love. And it will not be like the other times where you begged to be noticed or asked to be chosen. This poem lands differently when you've lived the chasing, when you've waited for those text messages, right? When you've explained yourself one too many times, when you've been quietly hoping to be loved back. The poem doesn't promise fireworks, it promises relief. And relief can often signify the beginning of real love. So tonight we honor the moment you stop chasing and start trusting that what's meant for you can meet you where you are. Yes. Ooh, what do we got going on here in the chat? You started the show. Oh, the heated rivalry. I see. I heard the heated rivalry is pretty good on HBO Max. It's pretty hot. That's what I've been told. I haven't watched it, but I've been told it is pretty hot and a thing to watch for sure. And speaking of hot and spicy, let's go to our first dedication here. This comes from Hannah. She's in North Carolina, and she says, I stopped trying to impress you, and that's when you finally saw me. Ooh. So the song she'd like is Let's Stay Together by Al Green. And fingers crossed that everything works as it's supposed to. That was Let's Stay Together by Al Green. And I thought to myself, do I know this song? And yes, in fact, I do. It's been a while since I've heard it, but I do remember enjoying that song very much so way back when. Way back when, I think in the 70s or maybe the early 80s, but it's a good song for love. And there's something incredibly magnetic, isn't there, about authenticity? When you stop performing, you stop curating, stop adjusting yourself to fit somebody else's gaze. You become visible. The right love doesn't respond to effort, it responds to truth and being yourself. If you're joining me live, drop me an emoji if you've ever found that being yourself has changed the direction of a connection. And I bet it has. I do. Because, being yourself, that's the best thing you can be. I'm just saying. It really is the best you can be. Um, let's go on to our romance book spotlight this week. And we're talking about Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. And this book is about first love. lost time, and emotional memory. It weaves between the past and present, showing how love imprints us. Even when life pulls us in different directions, what makes this book powerful isn't just the romance, it's the realization that love doesn't disappear when it's quiet. Sometimes it waits, sometimes it grows, and sometimes it asks us to be braver than before. If you're joining me live here on TikTok, drop me an emoji in the chat. If you believe some connections don't fade, they mature. Oh, yes, indeed, you do. And again, I'd like to welcome you to Love Notes. This is the Friday night time from the Passion Zone to talk about love. Because frankly, I think we need more love in the life. I don't think there's enough uh, love going about. At least not. Um, I don't want to say. At least not to the eye. Maybe love going on behind the scenes. I love love, no matter what. But it is nice to talk about love. It's nice to take a step away from the chaos, right? The chaos that goes on in the world that surrounds us all the time. I hope that if you are somebody who celebrated Christmas, that you had a very nice day and that you were allowed to let the chaos stay behind for a little bit. I mean, that's fun to do, isn't it? Let the chaos just take a back seat for the time being. And thank you, Alex, for my heart me and my roses. I greatly, greatly appreciate them. Thank you so much. Love them. Love them, love them, love them. And what else I love is this second dedication. This dedication comes from Marcus in Florida. The day I stopped chasing your attention was the day you paid attention. Ooh. And they'd like me to play Electric Feel by MGMT. All right. That song as well felt like it was something out of the 70s or the early 80s. Hey, we're getting some 70s, 80s musics in here. That's wonderful for my Gen X self. And you know what? Desire has its own intelligence. It pulls toward confidence, not urgency. It leans into calm, not pursuit. When you stop chasing, you stop shrinking. And when you stop shrinking, your energy changes. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Ease is sexier than effort. Yes, it was a 70s vibe for sure. They both are. They both had the 70s vibe going. I know the next song that's coming up is I would definitely remember from the 80s. So maybe it was early 90s, but the next song, the last song, I have no idea what this is. I only know one song out of the four tonight. Um, But remember, if you would like to dedicate a song for next week, please do. If you're watching me live here on TikTok, go to my profile, see the link, click on the link. It'll take you to my link page. The second link down is the link to the form you fill out to have a dedication. If you are listening to the podcast version of this, then your link is below in the show's notes. Nice and simple. And if you're on the Passion Zone and you're looking around my website, you'll see Love Notes in the menu above. Click on that, and that'll take you to the dedication form. Now, remember, when you set out a dedication, what happens? Your energy goes to their energy, and you are in their mind at least for a second or two. And then it's up to them if they think about you longer. But it's important. This can get you into their mind, and then they start thinking about you, right? I mean, who doesn't like that? We all do. If you're thinking about somebody, maybe a love that you never had a chance to have, one that got away, um, uh, ships passing in the night, a love you had, but for one reason or another, they went away, a love you were never able to realize, a love you still have. These are all types of people we can send dedications to. And hey, Gen X, we used to do this every Friday and Saturday night, all the time. We send out dedications over the radio for somebody we had the hots for. So why not pick up the practice again? It's fun. At least I think it's fun. What else is fun is the desire drop, which is what I want to talk about next. Tonight's desire drop is called the still point. It's a practice in magnetic restraint. Yes, practice in magnetic restraint. The next time you feel the urge to maybe text first, explain yourself, lean forward emotionally, maybe you want to talk to fill the silence. Instead, pause. Stay still internally and externally, okay, for 10 seconds. Let the moment come to you. So, why does this work? Well, stillness communicates self trust, confidence, grounded desire, emotional regulation. It creates gravity, it draws things to you. All right. The most magnetic person in the room isn't the loudest, it's the most centered. Desire doesn't need movement, it needs patience. No, no, it needs presence. There we go. That's what I wanted to say. It needs presence, which means you are focusing in on the moment. Your mind is not stuck in the past. Your mind is not looking forward to the future. It is looking in the now. And by looking in the now is when you can make things happen, right? For love, for dating, for relationships, all of that fun stuff. Which brings us, oh yes, indeedy do, to dedication number 3. Now, this little note here comes from a woman named Brianna, and she is in Colorado. She says, I didn't lose you, I found myself instead. Ooh. And the song she would like to request and have me play is Fast Car, the original Tracy Chapman edition. So let's play that right now. Tracy Chapman with Fast Car. Oh, I still remember when that song came out. It was so good. Always been a favorite of mine, and I think it was redone in 23 or 22, somewhere in there by a country singer, Luke somebody, and or somebody Luke. I apologize, I can't remember the name of the singer, but at some award show, he brought her up on stage and they both sang it together, and it was just a really good song, really nice duo, but having them both play it. Yes, thank you, Luke Combs. Um, it was just good. It was just good, and it gets me, thinking about some endings. They're not failures, are they? They can be awakenings. They return you to yourself. When chasing stops, again, clarity begins. If you're joining me live here on TikTok, drop me an emoji in the chat if letting go created space for something truer. And I hope it did. Because now we're moving forward to the soulful connection part tonight. And in Soulful Connections, tonight we're talking about the law of allowing. Attraction doesn't happen when we grip tight, it happens when we stop resisting. The law of allowing teaches you don't need to control timing, You do not need to manage outcomes. You don't need to chase love into existence. You simply need to make space. I know. Now we're going to do a meditation where the title is Love Meets You Exactly Where You Are. Okay. So I want you to get settled someplace safe, someplace where you can relax. Maybe put your feet on the ground, close your eyes. So if you're driving, this would be a no go. All right. No, no driving and trying to do this meditation. If you would like to do this meditation another time on the podcast version, we're about at 15 minutes, 53 seconds, somewhere in there. You want to find that out on the podcast version. Okay? All right. Let's settle in. Let's get comfy. Welcome. Take a moment to find a quiet, comfortable space, whether you're seated or lying down. Allow your body to settle in. Adjust as needed so that you can feel fully supported. And when you're ready, gently close your eyes. Let's take a deep breath in together through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. And now exhale through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, breathe in deeply. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Hold. And now exhale slowly through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And release, letting go of tension, letting go of thought. One more time in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let yourself arrive fully in this moment. Feel your body sinking just a little deeper into stillness. Let your shoulders soften, your jaw unclench, your hands relax. Feel the support beneath you and allow the weight of your body to be held. Now gently scan through your body from the top of your head down to your forehead, your eyes, your cheeks, your neck, your chest, your arms, all the way down to your fingertips. Then down through your torso, your hips, your legs, your feet. With each breath, let any remaining tension simply melt away. Now, imagine yourself standing at the edge of a secret, beautiful garden, a sacred place just for you. The air is warm, soft against your skin. Sunlight filters gently through the tall trees, casting a glow across the grass. You can hear a brook nearby, its waters flowing, steady, peaceful. You breathe in the fragrance of the blooming flowers, roses, jasmine, lavender, and you feel a sense of peace that begins to wash over you. You step gently into this garden, feeling the soft grass beneath your feet, the warmth of the sun wrapping around you like a hug. Here, there is no pressure, no expectation, only presence and love. As you walk slowly through the garden, you come to a clearing, and there, in the very center, is a single rose. But this rose is glowing, radiant, alive with light. Its petals shimmer in hues of pink, gold, and soft white, lit from within. This is the rose of unconditional love. And it begins to open just for you, as if it recognizes you. It has been waiting for you, waiting to remind you that love meets you exactly where you are. Not when you're perfect, not when you've got it all figured out, but right here in this moment as you are. You feel drawn to the rose. You move a bit closer, and as you do, you feel a warmth reaching toward you. You place your hand gently over your heart and feel the same warmth glowing within you. You breathe it in and let the loving energy fill you from the inside out. You begin to feel lighter, softer, more whole. A voice rises softly from within. Maybe it's your soul, maybe it's love itself. and it whispers, "You are loved exactly as you are. You are worthy, not because of what you've done, but because of who you are. There is nothing you need to prove and nowhere else you need to be. You are enough." Let those words sink in. Let them echo in every cell of your body. You are enough. You are loved. Now look around the garden again. Notice how everything glows a bit brighter, as if the world is reflecting your inner radiance. You feel held, seen, and completely accepted. You breathe deeply into that knowing. This is what it means to be met in love. This is what it feels like to be received without needing to change. Let yourself rest in this moment. Soak in the love, the peace, the deep acceptance. You might choose to whisper to yourself now, "I am lovable exactly as I am. Love finds me wherever I am. I am always enough." Let those words become a part of you. Breathe them in, anchor them in your heart. Now begin to gently return to the present moment. Feel your breath, feel the support beneath your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch if it feels good. Take one last deep breath in and slowly exhale. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. Return to your space, knowing this: love is not something you have to earn. Love is who you are, and it will always meet you exactly where you are. Thank you for being here, for showing up, and for letting yourself be loved. You are enough, always. And for the affirmation this week, say to yourself, "I don't chase love, I attract it." Again, I don't chase love, I attract it. And I hope you liked that little meditation. Got you maybe a bit relaxed, let you see a beautiful rose. lets you attract love, to be what you want to attract. And I like doing these little meditations. I think they're very helpful, and I have gotten some fantastic comments about it. So you will keep seeing these in the near future, probably every week. All right. So for the romantic movie spotlight this week, it is one of my favorites. It is Serendipity from 2001. Gosh, I can't believe it's been that long already. This film, man, it's about surrender and faith and timing, about trusting that love doesn't miss you when it's meant for you. Okay? If something is meant for you, it will always find you. And this movie also asks quiet question. What if you stopped forcing outcomes and let life surprise you? Ooh, I'm kind of loving that. If you're joining me live, drop me an emoji in the chat if you believe what's meant for you will find its way. Yes, indeedy do. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. All right. So, going into the last dedication of the evening. Now, remember, if you would like to dedicate for a future episode, if you're joining me live here on TikTok, please go to my profile, click on the link. It'll take you to another page. Click on the second link down, and that'll take you to the dedication page. Okay. If you're listening to this in the podcast version, your link is below in the show's notes. And if you happen to be on my website, The Passion Zone, you'll see Love Notes in the menu bar. Click on that, and you should find your way to what? The dedication page. Because when we dedicate, at least for a minute or two, you are in that person's mind space. They're thinking of you. You're planted there. It's up to them if they think about you longer, but you're still there. Okay? Gen X, we used to do this all the time. No time like the present to start it up again, right? Right. Now, this last dedication comes from Elena. And she said, I stopped chasing love. And when I stopped chasing it, I felt at peace. This is fantastic. She has suggested that I play the song Golden by Jill Scott. I've never heard this song, so this will be another new one for me. All right, let's see what we got here. I had never heard that song before, Jill Scott and Golden. Good song. We've had some good songs this evening for sure. And peace is something that's deeply sensual, don't you think? The right connection doesn't keep you anxious, it lets your body rest. If you're joining me live here on TikTok, drop me an emoji if calm feels like chemistry. Woo! And believe it or not, we are here at the end of Love Notes, the last Love Notes of 2026 or 25. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself. I am not in a time machine. Um, yes, that was another 70s vibe song for sure. This is the last Love Notes of 25. I can't believe the year's over, this dumpster fire. Um, but, I've got great hopes for 2026. And I hope you do too. All right. And tonight was about the moment something shifts. When you stop chasing, stop proving, stop running after love, and start trusting yourself enough to be still. I'd like to thank you for spending this hour with me. If you'd like your dedication featured in future episodes, please submit it. All right. Through the Passion Zone, through my link in TikTok, through the link below in the show's notes, wherever you happen to be. And join me next Friday in 2026, still unbelievable, for Love Notes, where love stops chasing and starts choosing.